Alright. Oh, wait, I haven't actually put out the notification. Hold up. Hold the phone. Oh, I also haven't started up PyCharm. So the bot isn't running. Gotta make sure that that's happening. Okay. Oh, can you claim first? Yeah, sorry. I kind of delayed the stream a little bit so that I could get something to eat, and now I'm just making the notifications because I have not done anything yet. How you doing, Lucius? I also wrote up a really nice Switch notification. The fuck was that? Oh, that was the main page. Creator dashboard. Finally got down to playing some Evil Within 2. How about me? I'm doing pretty good. I was actually thinking today. Oh god, I don't know why Pillars does this all the time. I was actually thinking today about where is it? This, the whole Avowed thing, because I'm looking forward to this. Because that is a Pillars of Eternity Elder Scrolls looking game. Or it's in the same sort of style as an Elder Scrolls game. So I'm looking forward to that idea. People have started to realize that it is fully within the capability of someone other than Bethesda to make Elder Scrolls style games. And so I guess they just started doing it. I guess it started with stuff like Outer Wilds. Or Outer Worlds. And just been going forward. Other than that, I forgot to eat today, as I mentioned. We're probably just going to idle on the screen for a little bit while I set some stuff up. And then I started the day just trying to get some cables together so that we could do Muramasa, because this is not the game that I'm supposed to be streaming today. The game that I'm supposed to be streaming is Muramasa, the Demon Blade, which I was actually really looking forward to doing. And it works. It's just that I can't stream it. Like, the HDMI would not allow me to actually capture it. So I picked up a bunch of stuff, and that should be here by either tomorrow or later this week. And we may just have to do fillers over the weekend. Fun fact, it wasn't until the second time you booted up Evil Within 2 that you realized the series is from Bethesda. Is it Bethesda internal, or like, is the developers Bethesda, or is it just published by Bethesda? Hey, Squad Car. Let me give you a shout out. Oh, hey. Arcanum. We just finished that. How far are you now? You said last time that you got to Kintara. That's a pretty big moment in the story. Which means you're bound for Caledon now. And hello, Synchrono. Fun thing, and it's a secret that only a couple people know, but I'm totally just giving it away. If you have no logs and you lurk, you get a log. Because someone's got to find a log to pull on. Yep, but only if you have none. Jesus, Lucius, you've actually been gathering quite a lot. We just saw Hieronymus get rid of a lot of his in aid of getting Pathfinder pretty close to the top. Actually, I'm really surprised by how much Pathfinder just jumped. And that was from Hieronymus and Somek, I think, working together to get something up there. Blood Omen 2. Oh, God. It's going to be a while. Oh yeah, you were talking. Okay, so Bethesda just published Evil Within. Yeah, Evil Within 2 was something that I wanted to try out at some point, but it'll probably not come up until this October. There's a lot of horror games that I've got on my list. Actually, speaking of which, I should totally add a couple of horror games. I wanted to add The Beast Inside, which I think it might actually be already on there. I'd switch it, but you seem to be doing something with votes. Alright. Anyway, I've been rambling enough, and I still haven't put up that notification because I've been rambling. So I'm just going to put up that notification now. And stop rambling and actually get into this. This is going to be a really boring stream for anyone who's actually interested in the game. But it means that I am going to be able to talk to chat a lot today, so I'm fine with that. Because we're just going to be wandering around killing stuff. Let's see here. Going live. Oh my god, I've been here for like 20 minutes. Alright, let's continue. If anyone does need a recap, you know what? Actually, screw it. I can give a recap for my own sake. Okay, a little bit of a recap on exactly what was going on. Aethos ended up tearing apart our former castle, known as Cad Nua, and along with the castle took a big chunk of my soul with him. So he's been wandering around the Deadfire Archipelago looking for stuff. He's been draining these things called luminous Adra pillars. And Adra in this world holds a lot of souls, and it's basically the way that the wheel of life gets processed to allow souls to reincarnate. So because he's been draining those, he's effectively killing the wheel of life very slowly, but we've been bringing them back. But all of this ends up coming together with the knowledge that we are chasing after Aethos for some unknown reason, aside from he has a big chunk of my soul back. He gave us actually some of that back last time. We've been making a little bit of contact with him over and over again, and in between, we've made contact with the Queen of Nekataka, Unakaza. And, yeah, she's been wanting us to do a whole bunch of stuff. Right now, Aethos is in the Ashen Maw over here. And we can either go there right now or just keep doing side quests. And personally, I'm more inclined to do side quests right now, because there's a lot of side quests to do. And I do mean a lot of side quests to do. However, we're actually getting through a big chunk of them, as you can see. Can't do anything about that. A lot of the side quests want us to go back to Nekataka, so I figured we'd do everything that wasn't Nekataka specific, and that would eventually send us back to Nekataka anyway, and that means we're doing a lot of bounties today. Raiding coastal villages south of Nekataka. See, this is what I'm talking about. Everything sends you back to Nekataka. God damn it. Yeah. So Lucius, any particular game on there that you want to try for first? I don't remember. Someone added a whole bunch of logs to Brother Tale of Two Sons, which surprised me. There's also a feature that I've been wanting to do for a long time where I would have a multiplier, or yeah, I would have a multiplier if it was a short game, so that logs were worth more on short games because I could get them done faster. Because for a long time I was just getting Pillars of Eternity, Arcanum, a lot of stuff like that. And which is fine. I like these, but it does mean that I'm locked into a specific game for a long time. Geneforge 3 was still the time when I was not happy with the system because someone voted for Geneforge 3, got it to the top, and then did not watch for practically the entire time.
Scallywags ho, Cap. You have my attention.
What the fuck is that? Oh, I found Tai. Fantastic. That worked out better than I expected. Sweet. Just whack him with the spell.
Captain.
We're just gonna hit them with every offensive spell that we have, while also making sure that they don't move, because that's important. I should be able to hit all of them. Yep.
What do you need?
Fantastic. Hello, Grandmaster Farmer. And how is your day today? Jesus fucking Christ! No one told me that the pillar got bigger when you increased its AoE. Like, actually physically bigger.
Happy to oblige.
It's not your day, it's like everyone else's day, man. Can't hog days and shit. What exactly is your day? What time do you specify as your time?
Captain. You be right screwed. What do you need?
Mm-hmm. We'll lower his guard so that he gets a little bit less armor. And then... Cool. I think he's just dead, honestly. Like, we're gonna lower his armor just a little bit more so he's got even less resistance to slash. What is Tahe? Is he a troll? I don't know what Tahe is. You know what? It doesn't matter.
Yes, Captain.
Because Tahe's dead. You have none. You hate the concept of time. Don't wear a watch or phone, so only keep track of the sun. Wait, really?
Something I can do. Well, don't see why not.
What's wrong with the concept of time? The Tears of Saint Macawo. The small phial clasped to the end of this necklace is purported to contain the tears shed by the martyr, Saint Macawo, at the moment of his death. Grants martyr's memories. Huh. interesting. Not sure what I'd use that for, but sure. That's some deep stuff right there, man. Can't say that I disagree with it either. Then again, I tend to lose track of time far too easily. What is time anyway? But yes, welcome to Pillars of Eternity 2. If you need a recap, feel free to ask. I already did one, but I'm fine with doing them again. We're just doing some random questing right now, so I'm mostly paying attention to chat, because a lot of these quests are actually way below my level. And they're just bounties, so they're not exactly dialogue heavy. Am I smart? You know, I'll take it. I'll take the compliment. Thank you. It's a good time. Sounds like you've at least been having a decent time of it. Or have you been having any time? In the on the horizon, a ship comes into view. Its sails furled. The ship lists upon the water. Plague ship! Rum-Dum Rigger cries out from the fore, finger jabbing skyward, indicating a green flag billowing lazily in the breeze on the ship's main mast. Beadle leans in close. We should be careful, Captain, or we'll catch whatever took hold of those poor souls. Still, Eldel Engrim muses, there might be something worthwhile aboard. We're gonna ignore this thing. Oh no. Nope. We just murdered a bunch of innocent civilians who had COVID. Or some variation of plague. Ooh, I didn't realize you could do this. You can just hold down the mouse. I've been really mad about COVID today, actually, in the whole situation. Apparently there's a Lambda variant now, and I'm just like, why? I'm mad at the people who keep insisting on keeping the pandemic going by not getting vaccinated. Because if they keep it going long enough, then it's just dumb. Hi, I'm Newt. I talk about topical subjects. You've not had the option? Mm. Oh, there's some... Huh. So you're isolating yourself 95%? That's pretty good. I don't understand it. Oh wow, this is going to be a rough one. I might actually have to pay attention for this. I don't understand how you can be like, okay, so we've lived through a year and a half of pandemic now. We'll just make it keep going. That seems like a good idea. You have a cold right now? You isolate yourself 98% of the time anyway, even before COVID? Yeah, I'm like you, Lucius. I live alone. I didn't used to live alone when the pandemic started, but shortly after, my roommate moved out, and I now definitely do live alone with my two kitties. And they don't go outside, so it's not like they can bring it in. But whenever I do leave the apartment, I've usually got a face mask and I take precautions. I was already kind of one of those people that didn't like being too close to people anyway. So I didn't, like, the pandemic really didn't change anything for me. It was just like, oh, I guess I can have an excuse to work from home now. Actually, we're going to empower this. You have a cold right now, had a bad fever 2 years ago, but nothing bad with the throat at the moment. I haven't been sick in what feels like 10 years. It's to the point where I actually don't know what it feels like to be sick, and I am a very strange individual because I would actually like to know what it feels like to be sick so that I can know to fear it again. I have legitimately forgotten what it feels like. Jesus!
Happens to everyone.
Okay! Alright! Wow! Got your second shot on Wednesday. It depends on the person. Oh my god. Okay, I have this running meme that, or a running joke that Seraphin is just #1 on the list of people to die every single time that I start something. And I think we've just proven that, yeah, everyone just fucking hates Seraphin. Look at this big batch of people who are just like, this guy over here, kill him. I don't even know what he did. He fucked my mom. Just murder his face off. Okay. You know what? That's okay, though. Because we're just going to paralyze you all. Congratulations, you are now part of the paralysis crew. I'm just going to go over here.
Okay.
Do I want to leap? Yeah, leap here. And we are currently in tank mode.
Here we go.
You haven't been sick in years as well? Yeah. Oh my god! She just gibletized some poor person. You live with your girlfriend and cats and 100% plants? Oh, 100 plus plants. Oh! Do you have a greenhouse? I've always wanted a greenhouse of my own, but they're kind of expensive to get. Also, I don't have a place where I would keep one. Knock on wood for both of us? Wait, for what? For me, I don't really have so I haven't been sick for years, but that's not entirely due to vaccines. That is largely due to self-isolation and likely just really bad hygiene in general. Like, I'm not a germaphobe in the slightest sense. So I constantly have my immune system fighting something. It's not really healthy, and I wouldn't advise it, but it's had its perks. Like, don't act like me. Good God, no. That's not how you do. Wow, those people just fell over. Hey, Takehu, want to whack that guy? Yeah, you whack that guy. Let's go over there.
Happy to oblige.
So, Grandmaster, you lived somewhere in the Europe, right? Okay, do we have any way to improve might? Champion's Boon improves might. Oh my god! Oh! I'm so glad I gave her that bow. That bow is so stupid. Like, it's just a massive AoE hit on everything.
Not happening.
Can I not move? Oh, is it because of this Principi fighter? Why are we fighting Principi? I thought that they were on our side. We were pirates. Right, we don't have Principi flags up right now. Ow. Edwin, be okay. Do we want to get Seraphim up? I think I do.
You have my attention.
So these guys are both alive. This is a Principi Pistolier and a Principi Fighter. The fighter is going to take a long time to die, unfortunately, and there's not much we can really do about that. What we can do is just start doing as much AoE damage as possible. Oh my god. Those fighters do large amounts of damage. Okay, Sephi's still alive. She just got knocked down. Yeah, no, these fighters are...
That order's too tall.
What? There! Really? Okay. Oh, he's over there. Yeah, it's outside of his range. Okay. There. I want you to actually switch to this.
That order's too tall.
And just start murdering people, really.
May I be a candle in the night.
Like, right here. And then whack that guy. And then kill the guy next to him. Okay, I think that's even the playing field. I think everyone would agree that that has, in fact, even the playing field.
I've lost too much water.
Oh, man. Okay. So I'm not too worried about individuals. A warbler? I've never seen a warbler before. Do we have frighten? Temporarily frightening them. Oh, okay, I guess I can't pass my turn. You know what? Just keep on paralyzing.
Got it.
Ah, fantastic. Good, Aloth. That is how I built Aloth. I made him so that he has a big stick. And that sometimes he uses that big stick to not die. I am going to run him all the way over here. So that he can be out of combat range for a little bit. And then he can still be in combat range because this.
Another attack, Cap.
Jesus. That is such a huge range. It can just ping everything. Not for very much, granted, but still, it's a lot. Also, go ahead and heal. Not for much, but it's better than nothing.
You have my attention.
You also badly need to heal. So go ahead, drink that potion, chug it to your heart's content, and we will talk about being a shark.
Show me where to bite.
I can't feel my...
I just watched Suicide Squad yesterday, and that was fun. Has anyone else in chat seen it? The new Suicide Squad, not the other Suicide Squad. I don't know how else you refer to it. What do we have? We got Fergus up here. We got that Principi Pistolier over there that's almost dead. Okay, so most of them are actually in a pretty bad state. I'm gonna go over here, heal our friends. How's everyone's health bars looking? Ooh, Edwin. Edwin badly needs a heal. Yeah, it's the best we can do for her right now.
Be a candle in the
What can I
night.
do you for?
You can actually heal a ton of people. I'm gonna keep King Shark alive for now. Okay, he is engaged. God damn it. First of all, Avenging Storm.
Bam!
You need something?
So Avenging Storm should keep people off of her. So when was the last time you were sick, Lucius? Anything particularly noteworthy? I remember when I was a kid, I was sick and had all of the flu.
Sure.
Still don't know if that's a good ability.
Happens to everyone.
What say?
Okay. I need King Shark to chomp a boy. I could go after that Pistolier. I think we're gonna go after that Pistolier. And that got him a ton of health back. And he lost a ton of health. Never mind.
For Mother and
Frickin'
What can I
Pistolier.
do you for?
Okay. We need you to just flat out murder someone. Which actually, she's in a good spot to do so.
Thick Worthen Roth.
We want people to start focusing on Adair because Adair has the most tank of the entire group. Continuous grasp on him.
Me too.
Yep. This is good. We don't have any more poles left, unfortunately. We do have a mule kick, but we don't really want a mule kick. That sailor will go down pretty quickly. Go ahead and whack it. Been doing any writing lately, Lucius? I'm gonna wait. There's no real good situation for her right now. Fine.
This does not work.
King Shark is a shark.
Beyond seek.
King Shark.
Captain.
You know, what colorations are sharks? I guess there's stuff like tiger sharks that is reasonably well colored.
What can I do you for?
Okay, so he was full health, but Edwin definitely needed that.
Fear not the rapine.
Okay, now he's not full health, but he's got a ton of health. Oh, wow! What was that? That was a power strike. Hmm.
Leave it to me.
Go ahead and kill that guy. And that's another one off the field for now.
Looks bad.
We're not looking so hot health-wise. We've used up a lot of our heals.
Yeah.
However, we do still have scrolls and these sort of heals. Plus 40 health. That's not going to be much. 33. I'm going to withdraw her.
Captain.
Oh, I just skipped a turn. I did not mean to do that.
What say?
Let's see. Who's kind of low?
Worth and rough. Distractions.
Le bon.
So much to learn.
Adair's not doing great health-wise.
Something I can do.
But Adair has a full heal if he needs it, so I'm not as worried about him. I'm actually going to go over here.
Yeah! Better than that.
There we go.
Pariathus!
Happy to oblige.
Huh?
At your service.
This is going to be a rough combat no matter what I do.
For my captain.
Captain.
Okay. Are we on? Yeah, we're on powder burns right now. Let's not do that.
Another attack, Cap.
That's okay.
Yeah?
Got you a little bit of focus. That's all we need. What? That bird, Ishizu, is or Ishiza is just going after.
Mother and Gotti.
Oh Jesus, that was a
You?
lot of damage.
Hey, watch it with that.
Yeah.
All right, let's get some real healing.
Mo Ixie Ona.
More importantly, she can now move.
Pretend you didn't see that.
Looks like Takehu's out of the fight.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Not really a fan of that. Please, bird. I need you to do literally anything else other than attack that person.
I thought we were friends.
Well, we killed someone. I didn't see who. Did
Yeah?
yeah. Health just went down. That's not good. That's not good at all. There's Seraphim. Oh, let's get rid of these fighters. We just need them
Stay
out of the
behind me.
picture. Is he? Yeah, he's low.
Love will be on sync.
Okay, now he's really low. I was hoping that would kill him, but that did not end up killing him.
Pretend you didn't see that.
Come on, dude. We all know that I saw it.
Four, Cap.
I don't like that. Can we get detonate going?
Only takes a finger to blow her away.
Jesus. The damage that Seraphim does is just not worth it. Burb, no.
What
How?
can I do you for?
Prayer for the body on there. Yeah, Edwin was never going to finish that cast. There just wasn't any way.
Aye, Captain.
3 damage, really. Well, I guess they were really weak after that reap.
Hmm?
Let me go ahead and use that heal. So that Principe fighter is down, which means we have 5 combatants remaining. Can I switch to my greatsword? Oh, wait, hold up. This is going to do phenomenal damage. Ishiza's just jibbed? Hold up. Yeah, Ishiza's just dead. Alright! Didn't know that could
Happy
happen.
to oblige.
Wow. Alright.
Oh, Ixie honor. Damn.
Oh, don't say damn. That's still doing good damage. They're not actually targeting. Fergus is still really low. I'm gonna go ahead and switch weapon types
Sure.
and go after Fergus. So they're gonna go after Adair. That's
What do you
fine.
need?
Adair can... Well, he might be able to tank people. I'm gonna switch to Guardian stance again on Adair. And just keep focusing on this fighter.
Pretend you didn't see that.
What for, Cap?
Oh god. Yeah, and... Is it based on damage?
Fare thee well, cog swabber.
I guess it is based on damage. I don't know why he did that.
Yeah?
That was weird.
Let's go.
No pen. Oh my god, you're serious. Oh my god, look at that tank.
What can I do you for?
I am gonna go ahead and put this out.
Ixie honor.
Because it is reasonably consistent healing and a better heal long term than anything else I can do right now. Got escape currently turned on. That one is going to be...
Fare thee well, cog swabber.
Just keep working on her.
What do you need?
Yeah, it's a chanter. Do we have any heals? We do have heals. Not many, but it's something.
Very exposing bullbags.
Note to self, get better heals at some point. Jeez.
Too slow.
Alright, Seraphin's out of the game. He wasn't very useful anyway, so... I'm not that bummed out about that, to be honest. Okay, we already have a Devotions of the Faithful up. I'm not going to cast another one. What we can do, however, is a Circle of Protection,
Ixie honor.
which would be pretty damn useful. Problem is this one, Fergus.
Something I can do?
We've already seen that Fergus is more than capable of doing huge amounts of damage in a single hit. These two fighters are going to be tanky for a while. Yep,
Happy to oblige.
this is fine.
Mowing. Ixie. On us.
Just keep casting buffs.
Got it.
38 damage. Nice. That was a good hit. Maya is actually really impressive in this fight. We're just gonna focus on this fighter now. Now that we're down to one fighter.
Wading through mud up to my arm.
Too slow.
We're losing folks.
Shit.
What do you need?
Happy to oblige.
Oh, come on, no. Maya gets very tunnel
Must come to
vision.
an end. Even me.
I realize that's kind of the point of a ranger, is to pick a target and then just go after them, but oh god. Just why, Maya? Let's see here.
Parathus!
Yeah.
Do you have any heals? You got a potion of elemental defense. Potion of sunbeam.
Arthek Worthen Roth.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I was hoping that would do a little bit more damage. Yeah, if Maya just went down. Fuck. That was our last good damage source.
My lantern flickers.
What do you need? Leave it to me.
It is tanky, but he can't tank all of this.
That dog won't hunt.
Bones! Shodi's done for. Something I can do?
Uh-huh. Jetty's done for, you say? Fun thing about Jetty doesn't like going down.
Yeah.
So Jetty
Bones!
will...
Shodi's done for.
God frickin' damn it, stupid disengage attacks. Why do they do so much damage? Even at low levels, they do massive amounts of damage.
Here we go.
This Principi fighter needs to die,
Go again?
but he won't.
It's nothing, probably.
Hey.
Okay, maybe he will. Constantine, you fuck up. You should have killed the fighter.
Stay behind me.
Yeah, now we're just dead.
Hey, I don't think I can pull that off.
I really wish you could just control your entire party
I
during
need
these
some help
fights.
here.
Because they don't act like how I would control them at all. I built them a specific way, and then they just don't act according to those builds. Which is not fun. Aloth didn't hit people with his club. He has a club that he hits people with, and his whole thing is that he hits people with his club. And he just didn't do it.
I need some help here.
I swear these ship fights are the only time that I actually die in this. Because you really can't choose them. Maya did pretty well. I'm glad I gave her that bow. That bow's a really good use on her. Oh, really? We're just gonna start right back at this? Okay. Well, things are going a little bit differently then. We need help, so we're gonna summon help. Jeez, they've got a lot of crew. They are all going after Seraphim again. I wonder if it's because he's just in front of the entire party. You know, walls actually might be useful in this. Burb.
Captain.
Seraphim, go over here. You on your pistol? You are on your pistol. Fantastic. Go ahead and affect Adair with that. They're all going to go after Seraphim, because of course they are. He has like some sort of global taunt or something that makes everyone just really want to kill him, and I don't understand it. They'll do it to the detriment of everything else. Which actually makes them really easy to target with AoE spells. Which is what we're going to do, because I forgot that this was a tactic that we could horribly, horribly abuse. We only have one of those. Do we have a smaller pillar? We do have a smaller pillar.
Lavru be on seek.
Let's summon Gork and Mork.
10.
Okay. So here's the deal. To get through anything, they need to go through Adair. Adair is very capable of locking down the entire room. I'm gonna go ahead and put that up.
Hey, that wasn't half bad.
Yep. That guy jibbed.
Can't make a dent.
All right, I forgot that in this stance he knocks anyone down who tries to run past him. I completely forgot that's a thing.
Everything hurts.
Why?
Another withers on the vine.
Jesus.
That hardly seems fair.
Most of this
What can I
hardly
do
seems
for?
fair. Thank you. We're just gonna go ahead and buff everyone.
Mo ixie on us.
You need something.
And Takehu's gonna start doing his thing, which is massive balls of fuck you and everyone around you. I'm sorry, was that? Okay, that was just a Principi Sailor. Okay.
Sure.
What do you need?
Just get everyone engaged again. Because that was easily the most useful thing that you did the entire session. Cool.
Behold me, mother.
Oh my god, that killed at least 3 people. Oh yeah, Gork and Mork. Just start pounding on this fighter. Oh right, I forgot we had that gas.
Yours to command, Captain.
Debuff that entire crew.
Damn it. Got away.
All the fighters look like Adair. It's a common problem, apparently. Yeah. Kind of hoping that would do a little bit more. That's okay. I was also hoping that that would hit
Happy to
more.
oblige.
Go ahead and Litany of Spirit.
Breath Uligna.
We're just gonna buff the shit out of our sexy fish boy.
How's this one go again? I am the Alpha Predator.
Our sexy fish boy is going to be the sexiest of fish boys. Yeah, just... Oh, it's the ogre's initiative. Okay. I was like, what's going on? What is that? Slicken. I didn't realize he had that spell. Right, that's probably from the Grimoire.
Behold me, mother. You have my attention.
Alright. Yep, sure. Let's,
Ixiana.
Holy crap. That's 59 damage. This is going much better. However, we are a little bit low on buffs, so let's go ahead and start stacking them. Sexy fish boy.
Breath Uligna.
What do you need?
Huh.
Here we go.
What are these guys actually resistant to? Oh, they're resistant to blunt.
Yeah? Take him down.
What? Yeah, just keep working on this fighter, mostly.
How's this one go again?
Okay, he can now take lethal damage, maybe.
Yeah.
Bird not looking so hot.
Mo Fewer to gather, another to claim.
Who just died? Someone just died.
What say?
Oh, the ogre. Mr. Fish Boy, we really need you to just start pulling all the weight. Just so much weight that your spine is going to be bent into a pretzel by the end of this. Jeez, those fighters are not messing around.
Yeah?
However, he's got so much in the way of stats right now that I wouldn't be at all surprised. 17 might, just all the constitution. We can make his intellect go even higher if we really want. Look at that area of effect bonus. Jesus.
Behold me, mother.
Oh my god. 118 damage. Who did you kill? Some poor sailor, it looks like. Still, that was a lot of damage to everyone. In a big AoE. Bonk.
Careful.
Fergus is currently engaged, so I can't actually move Sephi easily. Go ahead and hit those.
Yes, Captain.
Yeah, just keep hitting them with lightning spells at this point. It's doing more damage than anything else right now.
Yeah.
Does he already have okay, he's got Champion's Boon. He doesn't have Devotions of the Faithful. And neither do most of us. Let's fix that.
Damn it, got away.
Adair, you doing okay? You're doing okay. Man, they're trying to kill that pistolier real bad, but they're just not having much luck. I really want to see if this will work. Oh, come on. Is he gonna pop? I feel like he's gonna pop.
Happy to oblige.
Oh wow, okay, that's a really good ability. Glad that I summoned this thing now.
Lavru be on seek.
You have my attention.
I do have your attention. And your axe. Fergus is gonna start dying to spells at any moment here. Somehow Edwin's still alive. I didn't realize that Edwin was still alive, but she is. Where is Edwin? I heard her just now. Yeah, where is Edwin? She's my oh, wow, okay, there's Edwin. Huh. Le bon. Highly resistant to cold, not really resistant to anything else. Not bad. I'm gonna switch weapon. Wait, hold up. Resistant to slash. Not resistant to slash.
Got it.
Jesus.
This does not work.
Does it not? Seems to be working to me.
Well,
This is... okay. We are currently at 3. One more and we can do a 7 nights she waited while the white winds wept, which should kill a lot of people. These guys are somewhat resistant to cold, but it does a lot of damage, so I'm not that worried about that. Can we do a bless?
Move. Exceed
Have
honor.
my attention.
Because I don't think we've got a... oh, no. Blessing is about to wear out.
nah, too slow.
That's me you're hitting. Something I can do?
Yeah, hit this guy. Actually, switch stances before you do.
May I be a candle in the night.
Oh, it wasn't quite enough. He just got 35 health back? Out of where? Probably the same thing that Edgar's been doing.
Pretend you didn't see that.
Oh, there goes the Rockast. He was a useful ally. You don't really get to choose what undead you summon, but that one was not bad. How are we doing on the wood skin? Okay, we got 2 rounds left on that. In that case, shock.
You ask too much.
Shock. Lechon. Shock. Man, I do not like Joti right now. Okay, so we just killed the big boss. Now we just have a couple of remaining enemies. This sailor over, or this pistolier over here, probably needs to die. Adair can help with that, but there's more enemies over here, so Adair needs to stay. So I'm just gonna whack him.
Yeah.
Joti is surprisingly doing pretty well. Go ahead and heal everyone. I think it's safe to say that everyone needed that.
See that. You have my attention.
Oh, bird died. Didn't even notice the bird died. Oh, fuck. I just passed a turn by accident. That happens a lot.
What do you need? Stay behind me.
Take him down.
This fighter needs to die. It's the last remaining front line that they have.
Happy to oblige. That dog won't hunt.
Curses.
You have my attention.
Did we just lose someone? Ella, Maya, Edwin. I think we just lost Edwin. God damn it, Aloth. What happened? What did you do? What did we lose Edwin? She's so inconsequential to fights that you don't notice her. But she is a rogue, so that's kind of to be expected. Okay, we're out of spells. We are very badly out of spells. This fighter was almost dead last time I checked. What happened?
Show me where to fight.
Yeah. Move. Exceed honor.
We'll go ahead and get a good heal out. This should last after Jyoti dies, just in case. Because she's getting a bit low. God, these guys have so much health and armor. I was gonna say that we should do the White Winds, but there's not really that much point to that right now. So I'm gonna do this instead.
Ishi. Where's Ishi?
Speak your mind.
Did we just lose Maya? Maya's really low. What's going on here? Oh. Okay, that's the fire beam.
Mother Ngati.
Really? Come on, dude. You have a limited amount of time in that form.
Nuh-uh, didn't work.
What do you need? Better than that.
Can we stop missing? Oh my god.
Got it.
This Pistolier is still not dead, despite
Yeah.
having 3 of my team on it this whole time. Gonna have to review some builds.
Mother Ngati. I am seeing trails.
There we go. That should help out a little bit.
Huh?
A little bit. Oh my god, this guy! Just die! No! Go away! Constantine seems very angry.
Pretend you didn't see that.
Yeah.
You know what?
Breathe
There you go.
You need something. Tungaloa devour you.
So close. Oh, now you pull out the 100 damage crits.
Huh?
Alright.
Hey. I'm honest. This thing isn't doing the job.
I...
I seem to have
What the
lost
fuck?
my way.
At your service.
What just happened? She was just like, escape all over the place. Yeah. That'll confuse the shit out of him. I mean, it did. To the credit.
Happy to oblige.
Alright. Starting
Leave
to
it to
clean
me.
up.
Take him down.
Yeah, good luck with that. Dude's got a ton of health, and now that he's actually got some decent armor.
Bites me.
You need something. No need to ask twice. Too difficult, I say.
Too difficult, you say?
Worth and rough.
Yeah?
Alright. Aside from Seraphim and
Happy to
Edwin,
oblige.
apparently, and I guess Maya, we actually did pretty well here. I still don't know when Edwin went down. But I just noticed at some point she just wasn't alive. Go ahead and jump.
I hope nobody saw that.
Mother Ngati. Is that you?
We've still got watchful presence on everyone. Except the fish boy.
Let the light guide you to your death.
I am the Alpha. At your service.
Good crit. Kill.
This I cannot do.
You are 100% capable of doing this.
Your story ends here.
Oh, okay.
Better than that.
Jesus. That Pistolier spent the entire game stalling, and now that he's like, oh, almost the entire crew is dead, I'm going to become an absolute god and murder everyone. Maybe I should stop playing. Like, holy crap.
We're dropping like flies.
I noticed. Bonk.
Something I can do?
Huh? Let's go.
We finally got through it. That was rough. But we did it. We got maximum morale, so we'll just go ahead and take all. Why don't I get a crew? Okay. Seasoned deckhand. Who's our best cannoneer? Master Navigator. Worthless Idiot is our navigator. Huh. Funny how that works. Hopefully we don't get many more fights like that. Because, geez. That was a lot of fighting, and I'm not really... I still wish you could just control everyone. I wonder what happens if you go into a storm. How do you get on here? The Valian Trench. Crooksburg Captains. There's so much to explore. How we doing on food? Oh shit, we're almost out of water. We're gonna go to Port Maje. Because I didn't even realize we're almost out of water. Uh-huh. They're coming for me, man. They just haven't figured out the correct apartment yet. Much like several other people who are coming for me. They can't just knock down each door, right? So they gotta figure it out. Otherwise, what's the point? Not keeping the peace if you're causing a disturbance. Oh, man. It's so hot today. Why is it so hot today? I don't want it to be so hot today. Oh. Is it Orland? Yeah, it's the Orland thing. Maybe next time. We're just gonna do some supply here, because we need medical supplies. We also need huge amounts of ale. $69 deer wooden hognose. Heck yeah. I can also recruit people, but I don't really have any reason to recruit people. We've got a full crew already. Can I get a better boat, maybe? Also, I didn't even realize that party management was accessible through here. That's good to know, I guess. Stash, stash, stash. All right, I'm going to take a brief break. Thank you everyone who's been watching, but we will be right back. Alright, we're back. And we're gonna put all this grog in. Because I don't want to run out and have a mutiny. Rum. Black Isle Bastard's flag. Huh. You know what? I'm gonna put that flag on for a bit. They found only death at the hands of the Watcher. I'm a hard cookie to put down. Very hard to kill. The sea here is vast and as smooth as cyan glass. Jumping up and down, Oswald shouts and points to the port as the pale pillar of luminous Adra rising from beneath the surface of the water. Beadle takes you closer. Much of the stone is encrusted with coral, but the visible portions coil above the water in long, looping spirals. Adra normally grows in large pillars, but this formation looks almost like 7 tentacles of some terrible sea monster grasping for the sky. Rumdung Rigger whistles low. So old. Had to be in Gwithins. Old Ingram scoffs. Even they couldn't do that. That's Andra's slow, steady work. The Adra catches the sunlight, gleaming as if aglow from within. Indeed, it's hard to tell whether the Adra's strange contours have been shaped by a slow wear of the sea or distorted by it, and something about the ambiguity makes the vision all the more extraordinary. The rest of the crew chimes in, debating the wonder's meaning and origins in low, awed voices. This must be the triumph. Oh, wait, hold up. I think I'm going to go with this. They stare at you in open-mouthed horror. With a final shuddering look at the Adra, they return to their duties. Beadle sails past the Adra, maintaining a safe distance. Oswald and Eld Ingrim move to aft castle, eyes locked on the Teotara marvel until it disappears below the horizon. Neat. Oh, whoops. Neat. I don't really know why they have those and don't just allow you to pick them all up. Like, you're never not going to spend the entire time picking everything up, because it means you don't have to come back. So, I don't know. Hold up. Slavers. Well, we're not running out of money anytime soon. Nope. The sea battles are a new aspect of this game. Exploring, yes. But it's not on a big open map like this. I'm mostly looking around right now because, well, this is just a lot of quests that I have to do. The actual majority of the game isn't in the map screen. It's just that I'm spending a lot of time there right now. Hey, see, wondered what happened. So what's the deal with these? The clouds darken in the distance, piling one atop of the next, as if in battle, or as if in a battle for superiority. A vision-searing thread of lightning forks between the sea and the sky, followed almost immediately by a rib-rattling crash of thunder. Eld Engrim eyes the storm and spits. I wish the ship had a bosun. There's no one better to have with you in a storm. Your crew looks to you. The crew could use a sermon, Joti. You want me to pray to an aspect of death? Joti's lips quirk in amusement. Suppose I can plead for the safe passage of our souls through hell, should we all perish shortly. After a nod, she bows her head. Takehu pinches his lower lip and smiles. Glory be to the many aspects of Aethys, greatest of all who is gone. I raise my voice to you in humility, thankfulness, and everlasting worship. Hear me, my God, and take pity on my dire plea. As we now sail through the dark storms of death, we will not fear the reaping to come. For your lantern will guide our way. We will not stumble or stray from the path you have laid us through hell. We will embrace the end of our lives and shuck the rotting husk of our fallen bodies. After whence, we will be planted for rebirth by your hand, forever and always as the wheel turns. Amen. Beedle, take this line and lash yourself to the wheel. I don't want you going overboard. With a grimace, Beedle accepts the rope and begins looping it through the spokes of the wheel and his own belt. Hand over the last of the cooked food, Irena, and then put out any fires in the galley. Understood, Captain. The crew will be glad to have a warm meal before we dive into this mess. Alright. The hands drag up some empty barrels from the hold and begin securing them along the rails. You turn from the crew. Alright, we're prepared. Let's go. The cloud sweeps over you, dominating the sky and hemming the sea beneath a roiling gray dome. The rain drums against the deck. Sweat beads on Beedle's brow as the storm looms ever closer. We can't outrun this one, Captain. The wind calms, but rain pours from the sky as if the Defiant had come to rest beneath a waterfall. Rainwater sloshes across the deck and onto the rails. I don't know what most of these words mean. Does anyone in chat know boats? All hands to your post! We're holding course! Hats and cloaks turned against the rain. The crew guide the Defiant through the unending downpour. The storm rages on, showing no sign of subsiding. 1 day passed. You gained an item. 20 times water. The clouds roll above you. The sea boils below, and everything between disappears into a velvet deluge of rain. Eldengrim grips the rigging, shouting, "God's alive, Captain! Undra's in a fury!" The deck bucks between your feet, beneath your feet as the Tempest tosses the Defiant. Get everyone below decks and batten the hatches. We're lying a hull. The crew huddle in the darkness as the ship reels and rolls. The Defiant creaks worryingly as the sea beats upon it. Somewhere, something cracks. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. The storm rages on, showing no signs of subsiding. Oh man, look at all this. The clouds roll above you, the seas boil below, and everything between disappears in a velvet deluge of rain. Okay. So, we're not going down below. We're holding our course again. Hands to the pumps! Get the water out of here! The crew works in shifts, pumping water out a little faster than it comes in. The storm rages on, showing no signs of subsiding. Again? I mean, we're getting a ton of water out of this. The ship rocks interminably and unpredictably, and soon the crew clutch their heads or guts, bent double over the buckets, bent double over buckets squeezed right between their knees. Oswald, I want you to work your magic with whatever medicine you have. Oswald nods. Very well, I know just the thing. The surgeon moves among the crew, providing relief to the afflicted. The storm rages on, showing no sign of subsiding. Oh my god, are we just gonna die? In a storm? Water rises in the distance, a gargantuan swell that bends the sea around it. It bears down on you. God's alive, a hand mutters. We're just gonna break through this wave with magic. Hey, Takehu. Yeah. Oh. What options do we have? We got the pillar. I'm just gonna sing. Bracing yourself at the bow, you stare into the rising water as rising wall of water as you chant, calling on the essence around you and giving it form. The spell rages outward, shaking the deck and shearing away the forward rigging. It tears into the front of the wave, plowing a liquid chasm through the swell. As the Defiant sails through, the water flows in behind it in a thunderous roar. Jesus. Crew's not doing so hot. We have water. Why are we dehydrated? Psychically reduce. Yeah. Eyes closed. Seraphim concentrates on the crew. Soon, mariners take to their feet again, and sickness no longer weighs on them. As if exhausted, the clouds finally calm, coming to rest like a thick blanket across the sky. The waves, too, end their trembling complaint. The Defiant finally sails easily. The crew lean against the rails and rigging, their faces haggard but relieved. The storm, it seems, has passed. Neat. So that's what a storm is like. I guess I'm happy that I experienced it once, but I don't think I'm going to be doing that again. That was rough. We got a ton of water out of that. Yes, eat the Iron Thunder. It's going to take a little while to repair the ship. Oh, actually, yeah, no, we're 24 out of 30. Sail health. Ooh, whole health ain't great. Alright, yes, to answer your question, Grandmaster Farmer, you've played other CRPGs like Baldur's Gate, right? The first game is more like Baldur's Gate. You still have the whole map screen, but it's nowhere near as interactive as it is in this game. I think that they wanted to make the map screen a larger part of it in this case. Tikawara. There we go. Got some morale back. I'm also currently just looking around for bounties because I don't want to go back to Nekataka until I've got them all. The bounties are all pretty easy fights. I imagine some of the later game bounties probably won't be, but the ones that I'm currently looking for are easy fights, and they're a lot of really good money for pretty much no effort, to be honest. And we need a lot of money because we're upgrading things. Oh god, I just realized I need to get to the bathroom, so we'll be right back. What are you doing, Elsa? Both the cats are not handling the heat well. Elsa least of all because she is a fat cat. All right. Cats, 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 cats. Do you have cats yourself, Grandmaster?
A ship! I am saved!
Hello! There's a lot of talking in both games. The dwarf fans himself with a dish rag. His face is dark and shiny with exertion. Sweat colors wide crescents on his shirt. He looks at you like a drowning man would look at dry land.
Weeks I've been stranded here. The Valiant Trading Company sends no one. Unless...
Stuck on a balmy island with plenty of sun? That sounds terrible.
Ugh, you understand.
He nods vigorously as the statement escapes him. With an anxious swallow, he glances over his shoulder at a sleepy, ramshackle village. His gaze darts from one grass-thatched hut to another, as if expecting some unspeakable horror to emerge. I have many cats. Would you like to see said cats? I have 2 cats. Oh, god damn it. Hold up. For some reason, the cat cam button also switches to the starting stream scene. Oh God, I gotta find the cat cam. Hold up. Here it is. Okay. See that cat? The one that's currently eating a large amount of catnip? You have one cat, Super Prince Lobster. Why is he named Indoor Sterilized? What does Indoor Sterilized mean? You know, I always wonder how many people are going to ask me about the whole not using the face cam thing. Surprisingly few people do. But yes, that is Elsa. I just got another cat named Bart. Let me go see if I can find him. He's out, but I don't know if he wants to be picked up. Bart, you want to come over here? And this is Bart. That's Bart. Saw these fellows a bit the other day. You just forgotten about it. You're often very tired about this hour. Oh yeah, no worries, dude. I am trying to. Well, I was gonna do a different game today. Pillars of Eternity wasn't what I was going to be doing because we had another game selected. But I was having technical issues getting it running. Actually, the game ran fine. It was the streaming part that was having issues. So I didn't want to start another game that I wasn't already doing. So I figured we'd just stick with Pillars of Eternity, which is our weekday game, and just keep doing that. And I don't know. There's a lot of people who like watching me stream Pillars of Eternity, and it's really weird because I have this game has the least active chat that I've ever had. I can go literally the full 3 hours during the weekday without having anyone say anything. But I always have a really big chat. So it's really strange. And I'm not sure how many people are actually watching or what's going on. Because it's weird. Super Prince Lobster, super. He is a super cat prince. He is a prince and lobster. You and your girlfriend all are all lobsters. Internal joke. Okay. So he is the super prince lobster of the family. His full name is Bartholomew, but I usually just call him Bart because Bartholomew is long. I was kind of mixed on if I wanted to do Bartholomew or Bartimaeus, and I eventually just decided on Bartholomew. Yeah, he's a good Barty boy. Now then, shall we see what this guy's up to? With an anxious swallow, he glances over his shoulder at a sleepy, ramshackle village. His gaze darts from one grass-thatched hut to another, as if expecting some unspeakable horror to emerge. He isn't fixated on anything in particular. His eyes widen with unease whenever one of the island's Amawa draws near. He flinches and clears his throat.
I only tarry here because my shipmates went to Pococohara to search for Luminous Adra.
He brushes an insect off his sleeve.
I worry that Ruano, the local chieftain, gave Captain Bez and my crewmates a false lead.
He knots the rags in his hands and pulling it taut.
The captain was meant to return. We swim in hostile waters, Hack. Ruano was the last to speak with the captain before she set sail. He squats in the hut northeast of that pitiful market.
He nods towards the gutted hull of a ship.
I would have joined her, but my stomach... something did not agree. Now it is weeks since they should have returned. I'm only the galley cook, not a search party.
He nurses his stomach and winces. I'll keep an eye out. Maybe they found something interesting.
Agrasima, this is hope to my ears.
He sighs and bows stiffly.
Payment is assumed with the company. They are quick to buy what they do not have.
He nods, and the first sign of relief showing his red-rimmed eyes. Showing in his red-rimmed eyes. What has you so on edge?
When we landed on Tikawara, the chieftain gave us a welcome feast for the dukes. We feasted, danced, drank, and slept, only so we could feast, dance, and drink more.
The ghost of a smile flits across his face. You were awfully busy for a man claiming to be ill.
Percom plankanet, music and ale are medicine for the soul.
He pats a hand over his heart and gives you a sheepish look. Good recovery.
Even so, they did nothing to soften Anaharu.
Anaharu?
He said we had come to rob and plunder. He and Nairi turned the villagers against us.
He wipes a fresh rivulet of sweat from his temple.
Did you not come to plunder? Akira, I misunderstood your mission.
Elsa. Well, you see why I don't usually keep the cat cam on.
After that, we slept on the boat and took turns watching the shore. Except for me. I had to rest and recover, of course.
He coughs.
But in the early hours, our lookouts Ruano and Anaharu disappeared together.
Go on. Oh, wait, where did they go?
I am sure I do not know. All I heard was that they left the village. And by the afternoon, only Ruano returned. Now no one here will even talk of Anaharu. Suspicious, no?
Perspiration gleams on his forehead.
Our captain was eager to leave before the winds changed again.
You mentioned Nairi?
The priestess. She imagines me in the jaws of our fish goddess. I know it.
He fans himself even more rapidly.
She lurks in the shrine next to that awful statue. I cannot stand her wicked looks, but if she does not scare you, then maybe you talk to her. The captain left all but the essentials with me. Ekosi, but I'm almost out of ale.
Asina's tricorn. +5 to ranged accuracy, -10% reload initiative. That's pretty good. A sailor of Valian descent, Asina the Gaunt, a moniker she earned for her unusually lean frame, came of age in the Living Lands. Raised among ravenous beasts and carnivorous plants, the young dwarf took to the arbalest and arquebus shortly after she learned to walk. By the time she went to sea, she was one of the quickest shots around with either. The impulsive Asina soon fell in with a ship granted a letter. Hold up. That's a weird sentence. Is anyone else reading that and making sense of that? The impulsive Asina soon fell in with a ship granted a letter of marque by the Valian republics to counter the Principi predation in the Deadfire. Though she earned her repute by speed and accuracy of her shots, pirates around the region knew her almost as well for the hat, a sharp piece of headwear preserved with the fastidiousness born of the knowledge that few things pose greater danger than equipment ill-maintained. I will totally grab that. Yeah, lots of commas. Seems weird. I think I'll grab.
I must watch the supply.
What sort of games do you tend to play, Grandmaster?
You will come to check on me,
It
yes?
is a bad omen to have a priestess so young.
Age is no assurance of wisdom. Remember Anna?
Still your tongue. Amira's winds will surely carry your words.
So this is more like most of the game. You don't actually have to spend that much doing a lot in the map screen. It's just that I was, because I was like, you know what, there's quests to do. And I don't want to go back to Nekataka empty-handed. Final Fantasy, Zelda, Fallout, Elder Scrolls, FIFA, Ace Com, FIFA. That seems like a weird one to slide in with the rest of the RPGs. Played a ton of consoles, so you're all over the place. But it looks like you have a love of old RPGs for sure. How would you react if I told you I'd never actually played any of the Zeldas other than Twilight Princess? And before you get super surprised, I will follow that up by saying that the only Nintendo console I ever owned was a Wii. Really? It always seems like a ton of people on Twitch have. And Amoa huddles in close conversation with the warriors next to him. He whispers in a low, stern voice. No sooner do you catch his eye than he grins wide enough to stretch every muscle in his face. That's quite intimidating considering they have shark teeth.
Greetings, friend. Always an honor to receive guests.
Amiga 500, NES, SNES, Nintendo 64, PlayStation 1 and 2, Xbox, Xbox 360. None of the more recent stuff? Huh. I had a Wii. I think the Wii is still back. Yeah, the Wii is definitely still back with the parents. I don't know if they still have it. They might have gotten rid of it by now. Ah. Did you just find PC more maintainable? Or is there a story behind that? Sephi Merrigan, Captain of the Defiant, at your service.
I would shower you with the fruit of our harvest, but the season is unkind, I say. Kokokahara is restless. Even from afar, the storms tear our bounty up by the root and chase fish to calmer shores.
He raises his hand to gesture to the east. His hand falls limply to his side. I do love... Okay, I'm actually really happy that Deadfire is the second Pillars of Eternity, because Deerwood is the most normal. If we're talking about like the various areas, we got Valian, Raid Saris, Deerwood, and Deadfire Archipelago, the White That Wends, and what else? Shit. Oh yeah, the Adirian Empire. And that's all of the big locations, but this is the best one because it's the weirdest one of them all. I do want to visit the Living Lands as well at some point, but I don't think we're ever going to get a game specifically for the Living Lands. I don't know if we'll get a game for most of this, to be honest. We'll see what Avowed looks like. Avowed is the Elder Scrolls style game set in the same setting as this. PC is cheaper and longer lasting, upgradable, download games for free if you're into that. The advantages of a unit with proper operating system. Yeah. Mouse, keyboard, and controller. Yeah, that's fair. As long as you've got all three of those, there's not really any games that you can't play. Plus, PC, you can get into VR. You could kind of do VR with PlayStation, though I don't know how good it is. Okay, there's a real dumb thing. I used to work at game testing. And during that time, I met this one guy who was a super big champion of PlayStation and would not hear anything bad said against them towards their VR. And it was just, I don't know why he wanted to champion them so much, considering that he was testing in an Xbox environment. But it was just like, dude, you don't preach your like, this is not the place to preach about PlayStation. It's so dumb. I actually got so pissed off with him too, because he wouldn't leave it alone. I ended up saying that the PlayStation stuff seemed like it was cheaper, but may not have been the same quality, and that ticked him off real good. I actually had to I stopped, walked over to my lead at the time, and was just like, "Can I just take a couple moments and cool off, because this is pissing me off." That's the maddest I've been at a single person for just being dumb. Your PC is 2 years old, but still sharper than your new PS5. Yeah. I need to upgrade my PC. It's about 4 years old now. It's got a 1060, so it's holding up pretty damn well. And the other thing is that I don't play cutting edge games most of the time. Games that I do play tend to be like, I don't know, they're older. Obviously, stuff like Pillars of Eternity. Pillars of Eternity is not graphically taxing, but it is a really pretty game. Oh. A new PC is 2 years old. Okay. Oh, okay. The older, it's better than a new PS5. Gotcha. Don't have one, and you probably never will. I'll probably pick one up at some point, because I do want to play some of the exclusives, but I am in no hurry to do so. What was the Returnal? I wanted to try out Returnal for sure. I wasn't really that interested in Demon Souls remake. Final Fantasy 16 didn't look like your style. I've never really been a big fan of the Final Fantasies, but I can see why they're taking them in the direction that they are. Because I look at Final Fantasy 15 and go, I could play that. That would be something that I might actually try. I do have it in my library, but it's, well, for one thing, the game is 150 gigabytes. At the time that it was gifted to me, I actually didn't have any particular, or I didn't have enough space to download it. So, I never actually tried it. Elo's 6, 7, 9, 12. No 10. A lot of people like 10. Or 8. Have you played any of the some of the stuff like 4? Like I said, I've never played them. This is just going off of another friend of mine who plays a lot of them. You played 4 through 15. Gotcha. Yeah, long-running franchises like that I tend to avoid because eventually they will always let me down. So I will pick out a couple of specific titles to try out, and then once I start to feel that letdown feature, then that's usually when I jump ship and go look for something new. For a long time, I was a big fan of the Fallout series, and I still am a fan of the older Fallouts. I don't think they've aged particularly well. The writing certainly has, but the actual gameplay hasn't. But yeah, the new Fallouts feel like a betrayal. I do not like Bethesda for what they did with the new Fallouts. I can see why they did it, but good God. Then you get stuff like Atom RPG, which is effectively a spiritual successor. And I consider Atom RPG to be something that could be a true sequel to the old Fallouts. It's got everything the old Fallouts were known for, with some weird jank thrown in there. The main antagonist is a mushroom. A mushroom. Not a fan of Fallout 1? 2, 3, 4 in New Vegas. What are the opinions on 76? That's fair. Fallout 1 was kind of they wanted to just test some stuff out. I think that they did a really good job with the antagonist. The Master is an absolutely amazing villain, but it didn't stick with me nearly as well as 2 did either. Granted, I played 2 first, but still. That is a completely fair reaction and the correct one. I had someone that ended up gifting me a key to Fallout 76 when it initially came out, just during the beta test stuff, and they were really hopeful getting me into it, and I ended up telling them that no, there's potential here, but I don't see that potential being realized. Because there's a lot of really cool stuff in 76, but it's not going to happen with the company that owns it. They actually had a really good reason for not having NPCs, for instance, and I actually kind of appreciate that. Because it was literally just after a extremely lethal pandemic that turned NPCs into not ghouls. Which I was a little bit bummed out that they were just not ghouls, but it's whatever. I kind of like the idea of dragons that just run around spreading plague. That was a cool idea. Those are the plague beasts in that. But there was absolutely no way that that game could have been good. Not after Fallout 4. Arcanum is an old favorite RPG? Yeah. I feel like... So, Arcanum was the RPG that I had more positive... or more people coming into chat and just telling me about their time with the game than any other RPG I've played. And keep in mind, I play a ton of these. Like, I played the old Gene Forge, I played Pillars of Eternity, this, and the first one. By the way, Gene Forge, if you haven't played it, is really great. Then I still haven't played Baldur's Gate or Planescape Torment on stream. Planescape Torment, I would love to stream because I am largely a storyteller and Planescape Torment is a book. people can tell me it's a game, but it is a book. Like, there's more dialogue in Planescape Torment than your average visual novel. Yeah, I got you. What else did I stream? I tried the original I tried Wasteland 2. Wait. No, I wanted to try Wasteland 3, and then it never ended up getting off the ground. I did go through Divinity Original Sin 2. That was a lot of fun. I played that co-op, but I feel like that one didn't resonate with chat very much, as we didn't have that much in the way of just chatting. But I had a lot of fun with it, and it's definitely one of the more replayable ones here. What other RPGs have I done? Good God. I used to have a big list of games that I updated frequently, but I don't do that anymore. I did Fallout 1, 2 playthroughs of 2. 3, which I ended early because it there wasn't any interest in chat. 4 was actually really interesting for me. 4's fun, but it's not Fallout. That was definitely the point where I was like, okay, Bethesda may have gone a little too far in the wrong direction. Because they just made a Skyrim but in Fallout is a good way to put it, I think. Especially with the way they gutted the dialogue system. I haven't streamed New Vegas. I could stream New Vegas, but I don't know how much interest there is in chat. The really big Bethesda RPGs, I feel, make bad stream experiences because there's a lot of voiced dialogue. And while that's great for me, I don't know. It means that I can't talk to chat as much. Hey, Elsa, what you doing? Are you a good cat? She's lying on top of the PC right now, probably getting real warm. Yeah. I completed, for Fallout 4, I actually went through and completed 3 out of the 4 possible endings. I didn't do the Minutemen because I just wasn't interested in the faction. But I did do as far in the Minutemen to get the fort. And that's largely where I ended up living for most of the game. I did not do the DLC, which I would like to go back and try at some point. Because I got high enough level that I really would need some form of challenge. Elsa, are you a good cat? Elsa's a really good cat. It just, like, and there's nothing really inherently wrong with Fallout 4, aside from just, it's not Fallout anymore. They probably could have put another name on it, but then what would they do with all the brand recognition? Which is honestly Bethesda's biggest failing, is just they are far too attached to new brand, or to their old brands, to the point where they're unwilling to change or to try that much different. I'm actually really hoping that that changes with stuff like Starfield or Deathloop. Prey was really cool. Prey 2017 is actually my favorite game of all time right now. That might change in the future, but it is the game that I have streamed the most. I've done, I think, 4 playthroughs of it on stream. And it is just great. One of these days, I might actually add it to my big list of games again. But we're never getting a sequel to Prey. I can tell you that. Because it died on launch. Right? Probably because the last 25 years have been, well, they've been Skyrim. That's probably a little bit of an overstatement, but at least 10 of those years have been Skyrim. Skyrim is 10 years old. Wait, how old is Skyrim now? I'm going to look this up. Skyrim release date. Oh my god, it is actually 10 years old now. Need them games as a service. Oh god, I don't want to do another games as a service. I actually despised Elder Scrolls Online. It felt really bad to play. I know a lot of people like it, but it is not what I'm looking for in an Elder Scrolls experience. It's hard for me to get immersed in an MMO because the really floaty jankiness of all of the animations pulls me out of the experience, and it makes it hard to look past them. Skyrim was really, yeah, it was, wasn't it? Elder Scrolls 76. I think that Elder Scrolls 76 is a little bit dismissive. I played enough of it to say that it's definitely its own thing. And they did adjust it, but, and I said this a long time ago, it's not what I think of when I think Elder Scrolls. Yeah. Fair. Apologies for taking seriously. It's hard to take joke on internets. Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, because you were saying that Fallout 76 you don't consider part of the Fallouts, despite all the same branding. Anyway, I've been just randomly sitting here staring at this Ranga Ruanu. I imagine he's getting kind of confused as to why I came in here, asked him about how his harvest is doing, and then he's just like, oh no, the harvest isn't doing great. What is Pokokuharu?
An island not touched since the days of our ancestors. The Valians went to Pokokahara for luminous Ardra, but their expedition does not return. As the storms grow wild, Tikawara dies around us. No traveler will land here if they are forced to eat their belts, I say.
He absently presses his knuckles, worrying the blood from his fingers. I have some history with old places that cause storms. I'll take a look. His eyes widen a little. The smile that creases his face seems, for the moment, genuine.
Here. This was a token passed down from the Rankas, said to come from Pokokahara in brighter days.
It is a key made out of a shell. This piece of elegant craftwork is a copper representation of a Mizuma shell, a corpse-eating snail that thrives in the waters of the Deadfire Archipelago. Scratch marks and green patina only hints at the age of this piece. This looks like an old seashell.
The Mizuma snail, a foul thing, yes? They eat for the dead faster than Tangaloa, I say. It is nothing Nikuaru would craft. The ancestors and their hobbies.
He shrugs, smiling.
If you need aid, Himarihi's warriors need only someone to bark commands and they will go.
Oh yeah. Dupless and Farmer, if either of you ever need recaps on something, just feel free to ask. I actually really love doing recaps on these old games that have really complicated stories, because they serve two purposes. One, they help people actually get an idea of what's going on. Two, they help me solidify what my current objectives are, which is great because I do recaps. I actually remember the entire history of pretty much every quest in Pillars of Eternity 1. And as a direct result, that is part of the recap in this. Ah, that's fair. Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be on a weekend stream anyway. We were supposed to be doing Muramasa today, but Muramasa decided that it didn't want to be streamed. So I have to order some hardware and hope that that works. I think that either a couple of my HDMI cables are underperforming or one of my other pieces of hardware is underperforming, so I just got both. Where can I find supplies?
The Valians left many crates with the dwarf. He hoards them by the beach.
Annoyance flickers across his face, but it's gone as quickly as a ripple on the water.
But we never refuse a guest. If you need sleep, Himuihi will show you all the villages contending for the honor of your visit. And if you need strong Mataru warriors to fight at your side, then Himuihi can help you with this also. She guards the trading post.
I have questions about Poko Kahar.
Wind and sorrow are all that emerge from the ruins. Never answers.
He waves you on. How is Poko Kahara causing storms?
You are new to the islands. I would not expect you to know of these things.
Dude, no. I've been dealing with goddamn storms since the day that I was awakened. You don't get to say that.
Our ancestors told of luminous Audra, the bones of the dead fire, breaching through the sands of Pokokahara. Ngati raises her watery fist in defense of the Audra. Valian or Huana, it is nothing to her who suffers in the wake of such anger.
It is highly unusual for Adra to impact its environment as you described.
Maybe that is for what the Valians find it so fascinating.
Ruanu scratches his head and shrugs.
Their captain brushed off my tails like the buzzing of gnats.
Why not move the tribe elsewhere?
In our old villages, we were raided by pirates, stolen by slavers, and killed by Rawatayan scouts.
His head droops further with each admission, as if their acknowledgement diminishes him personally.
So I brought them here, where the soil is too poor for Kuiki fruit and the waters too shallow for great fish. At least we are in the path of Valian traders as they come and go. This is protection, prosperity, a future.
He nods, resolute in the idea. Beyond the storms, is there any danger?
Ikira, we paddle our canoes the long way around Pokokahara for a reason, I say. Another people lived among our ancestors and built a temple in the desert. Now there is only death.
I still think that Ikera effectively translates to "of course." That's the closest translation that we can get, but I've seen it used in other ways as well.
But the Valians close their ears to my warning. Speak on, friend. What say?
Tell me about your tribe.
Our village here is young still, but we will grow when the Valians come.
Fakera, like an ingrown toenail.
For what does Nagati's chosen protest? Give Tikawara a chance to prove itself. That is for what we build many houses now, even a trading post.
He beams with pride.
We make Tikawara pleasing to the Valians. Then when they come for Pokokahara, they build their harbor here.
I see why our fish friend does not like them very much. Because they are effectively rolling over for the Valians. 11/11/22 official Starfield release date. For real? You so actually did scratch the Elder Scrolls itch for you for a month or so. You found most of the goofy jankiness was also seen in the mainline release, but there's no way you'd play it while also having a full-time job. Yeah, MMOs tend to be a bit of a time sink. Although I imagine you play more MMOs than me, so you probably have a bit higher of a tolerance for them. The closest I've ever gotten to an MMO was Path of Exile, which is a multiplayer game, and that is all that it is really the same. I tried Rifts for a while. That was actually kind of fun. I didn't ever get to the point where I would consider staying on Rifts. The person that I started playing Rifts with just kept playing Rifts, and they eventually out-leveled me, and that's just... It's not fun to play those games alone. Maybe. That'd be a shame if they ended up pushing it back. They couldn't have the meme. You don't seem to mind the Valian influence here.
Some tribes push foreigners away, but it is good to have powerful friends.
A frown briefly clouds his expression.
We got plenty of those. Ours are holding our lives ransom and playing us against their enemies.
If the Valians come, they will build an outpost here in Tikawara.
His gaze unfocuses, like he is convincing himself of every word.
And then we will have more to trade with outsiders than just Rongi's mats. With coin comes protection, friendship. A favorable arrangement for both sides, I say.
Are you always this friendly?
You sure you want to question that? We never get nice ones like this.
You know what, Eder? You're probably right.
I say that in Tikawara there is always a spot around the fire and...
A gurgle reverberates from the stomach of the guard standing next to Ruanu. He grimaces and places his hands over his belly as if to muffle the sound. The Ranga shoots him a withering glare.
And a koiki in every hand.
When he turns back to you, he's all wide smiles and pleasantries again. He's doing this at the expense of his tribe.
Speak on, friend.
I don't like this guy. I don't like him at all. I do tend to like a lot of space stuff. Hey, Hobbit Launcher. When did you get here? Yeah, I'm curious about Starfield, but the problem is that we don't know enough about it to really even be hyped. Or did we get a trailer for it? Did we finally get a trailer for it? You know what it feels like, actually? It's giving me No Man's Sky vibes. This is a non-gameplay trailer, so it doesn't tell you anything. Cool. The statue depicts a voluptuous woman with the head of an anglerfish. The paint is as thick as it is, or the paint is thick as if freshly applied. And here's the shrine that we were talking about. Came in June.
Amir's winds blow bitter today.
With the Summer
Outsider.
Games Fest, I bet. Hello, Nairu. Or Nairi. This woman is young, but her serious manner makes her look much older. Her nose and ears are pierced in several places, and her mouth is twisted in a scowl.
So the foreigners now send Huana to enslave Huana.
She sniffs, curling her upper lip back.
No one chains to Kehu, I say. Well, except Rabuna.
Who? Oh, right. I forgot about that. Takehu has a little bit of a fetish and will frequently visit a certain bathhouse and a certain person to get some extra treatment. He's a bit masochistic, is what I'm saying. Oh yeah, they can certainly make trailers. Honestly, I've been getting less impressed by the Bethesda trailers because what did we get? We got Starfield, and we got a picture of Starfields. We got Elder Scrolls 6, and we got a sweeping landscape shot that no one knows the actual landscape. I mean, now we do, but it basically told us nothing about the game. We'll probably... There's no way Elder Scrolls 6 can actually live up to the hype with the amount of effort that Bethesda's trying to put into it. He rubs along his neck and smiles, the shallow mark of a collar standing out in his flesh.
Shameless clown.
She folds her arms and stamps her foot. Excuse me?
Was it the Rauataians, the Valians, or some new invader? Outlanders conquer us with ink and paper packs as well as blades. But they conquer us all the same.
She squares her stance and grimaces. So learn to read or write, to fight or read the fine print. Either will do.
If Aranga gave me the chance. Ruanu. He collaborates with the bottom feeders who went to Pokokahara for Adra riches.
Yeah, I understand why she hates him now.
I warned the Valians about Pokokahara, but why listen to the ignorant Huana girl? Now I remain. They are gone. Taken by the curse.
The Valians are some of the most skilled navigators in the world. They don't just go missing.
Pokokahara was not for them. With Nagati's aid, the sea takes and gives in equal measure.
I thought it was Ngati. Not Nagati. You fear Elder Scrolls 6 and Skyrim 3? Or is Skyrim 3.0? Probably. We'll never get something like Morrowind again. Morrowind was the most alien landscape that they had left, aside from just straight up Black Marsh. Give us the goddamn Kaji! Give us Elsewhere. There's a lot in Elsewhere that's really alien, and I love that. She raises her fingers in her brow.
Dark clouds surround Pokokahara, and in my dreams, they swallow us all.
She looks at the statue next to her, her eyes burning bright with intensity. I actually did a, what do you call it? Oblivion mod roulette, which I failed, by the way, where every time that I died, I installed a new mod, and I would keep doing this until I felt like I couldn't complete the game, or the game became unplayable, or I did manage to complete the game. And to my credit, I attempted, but maybe installing a Skiro's Oblivion overhaul at the very beginning was not the best idea. Because that made it very difficult to kill anything. Believe me, I tried. I tried so hard. If the island is cursed, whoever lived to tell of it? She sighs deeply, her bony shoulders rising like a vulture's wings.
We tell these stories not because they happen just so. We tell them for what they mean. Aranga's fear makes him too trusting. He believes the Valiant traders will protect us if they settle here and mine Pokokahara. So the villagers pour their sweat into the sand, building a trading post on a barren island.
And what do you think will happen?
If more Valians come? Akira, the same thing that has happened with every other foreigner.
She waves a gangly arm in the air.
They will kill us, rob us, enslave us. And we will be too busy building their halls and sweeping their docks to fight.
She bites her lip in a bitter frown.
Not sure if you and me be sharing the same definition of slavery, lass. But I don't think you'd be getting the particulars wrong.
He scratches behind his ear.
The pirate knows nothing of this, I say.
Oh, he knows a bit more than you'd be expected.
If you go to Pokokahara, I say the best thing is to destroy it for the tribe.
Her brow raises sharply as she studies your reaction.
It's always destroy. It's never renovate.
When the Adra is gone, the Valians will dig somewhere else, leaving us to point our canoes toward more welcoming shores.
How do you expect me to destroy luminous Adra?
If I knew, then I would go myself. Anything that is built can surely be destroyed, Akira. And the storms are proof of powerful magic at work.
Yeah, I'm wondering about those. I wonder if they're magical in origin.
Dispel this magic, banish it, whatever needs doing.
I do enjoy a challenge. But, however, I don't think that I'll shatter a gateway to the beyond because it's inconvenient for you.
Then stay out of my plans. Sail back to wherever you came from.
I hear that Anaharu has been having problems with outsiders. She winces as you speak the name. One hand strays to the coral crescent pendant. She forces it back down, pinning her hand beneath beneath folded arms.
Anaharu was a tribe's priest before me. And he was my father. before he challenged Ruanu to a trial of waves.
The hell is a trial of waves? She sighs and takes hold of the pendant, gripping it in a tight fist.
But he was cast off. We are forbidden to speak of him.
Tell me about this trial of waves.
When there is an argument between leaders that cannot be answered, we turn to Nagati. Two challengers risk violent currents, beasts from the deep, and waves that would dash them against the rocks. The winner, if there is one, has Nagati's favor. The loser, living or dead, is forgotten by Nagati and the tribe.
Her gaze turns downcast. Why did Anaharu challenge Ruano to a trial of waves, then?
My father knew the traders are as dangerous as pirates and slavers, perhaps more, because they grow strong in Neketaka. So, when the expedition came, he begged Ruano to send them away and move the tribe to another island.
Her knobby knuckles pale as she squeezes the pendant.
Ruanu, he did not listen, and Anaharu was done talking.
What does it mean to be cast off?
It means the tribe must forget him. The Ranga divided his possessions among the other Mataru, and now we do not speak of him.
Ah, so that's why she had him. There was a woman outside who was about to speak his name. But you're speaking of him.
Anaharu goes to his next life. But, forgotten, he goes to a different tribe.
She hangs her head. You don't seem to think much of Ruano's leadership.
He is our Ranga. My own great-aunt looked into his soul and declared him such.
Even as she says this, she hesitates, one hand clenching and a fist at her side.
I must respect him, even as he builds a village for our enemies.
He dishonors your traditions and himself.
Akira, but the tribe is exhausted of strong Mataru to stand against him. The last one to challenge our Ranga was
She breaks off, looking down and frowning.
Anaharu. I must learn to stop saying his name.
Are you the priestess of this tribe? She nods, one finger brushing the crescent pendant on her neck.
We worship the same gods as the foreigners, but sometimes with different names. This is Nagati, the trickster of the seas.
She points to the wooden statue. It's as smooth as an old piece of driftwood, and the sun-bleached and water-stained patches suggest years of travel from one village to the east.
You worship Gon same as I do, at least in Neketaka. But I'll admit I've never called Andra Ngati.
Takehu pinches his lower lip and smiles.
Foreigners know her as Andra. To us, there is no difference.
Are you the priestess of... Oh, wait. Interesting. Well, I'll have to consider that. Maybe knocking over an Adra pillar is not the worst idea, but I'm still not a big fan of it as a watcher. That sort of goes against everything that I stand for. I'm supposed to help the spirits of the dead, and destroying an Adra pillar seems like the opposite of that.
Some of these fights we've been in, you've bailed me out more than once.
You'd do the same for any of us.
Don't tell, but I try harder for the ones I like better.
Adair makes me laugh. He makes me laugh a lot.
I've got it.
The bell's reliefs have been worn smooth in some places and crusted with patina in others. Hello, Rongi. The Amoa man seems lost in thought. His clothes are neat and clean, but he's tugging on the fringe of his sash, which he's worried into a long, loose thread. He looks up at you, his bleary eyes suddenly sharp and alert.
What say? You are new to Tikawar?
He nods, looking you up and down. What do you do here?
I weave baskets and mats, strong and soft. just as my mother's cousin taught me.
Hmm.
In the afternoon, I will go to the trading post to sell them. Of course, all that I earn goes back to the Ranga first. This is prize share.
Yeah, the caste system. Prize share is a strange system. Not unusual, though. In modern... Okay, so from what I understand, they have a socialistic caste system where you have prize share, which is supposed to be shared with the entire tribe, but it's not shared with the entire tribe equally. It's strange. I'm not sure if there's really an upside to it, but it's how they do things. Prize share?
Ikira, we trust in our Ranga to dispense our food, goods, and coin to the tribe. The Mataru get the best of all, and then the Kwaru. The Raparu share what is left among themselves. Mukumu sees to it that Tamao is made an example of what breaking prize share looks like.
Rangi frowns to himself. What? Okay. Neat. Lore! The Raparu are intended to be just your average everyday citizens, and
Village starves, and you hide Kawiki fruit?
I hide nothing, you bloated pufferfish. Traitor! Gatty's jaws will close around you!
hello.
Confess, Tamao, or will you let good food rot?
A young warrior's forehead is furrowed with lines and beaded with perspiration. He stands over a man bound to a pole.
Does mine look like a full belly, idiot? Question the rest of the Raparu. We all hunger.
Every word out of the bound man emerges as an agonized wheeze. He glares up at Mukumu.
Disgrace. Any other Raparu has worked 10 times in a day what you have in your life, and they do not complain.
The warrior pulls a dagger from his belt and thumbs the tip thoughtfully. Blinking, he turns to you, wearing a bright, friendly smile.
Watcher, we can't just let this injustice stand. Do something, or I might.
Oh, don't worry. I intend to.
You do? I mean, of course you do.
She grins, big and brassy, unable to hide her happiness with you.
I say, this outsider speaks her mind like a Mataru.
He touches his chin and looks over Jyoti before focusing his attention back to you.
Another outsider. You visit Tikawara in hungry times. What do you make of this hagfish, huh? Will Tamao confess if I tighten the ropes? Pakeho caught this wretch stealing the last of the Koiki fruit. The tribe was to feast on it for a harvest ceremony. The Koiki will reveal itself when you can smell it from Nekataka, I say.
I stole no Koiki, but I wish I had. I would have hid it somewhere most unpleasant.
He bares his teeth in a defiant grin.
You hear this? A second chance we give, and Tamao throws it in our faces.
Mukumu holds the blade level with Tamao's heart. He's done this before?
Lied and stolen? Akira, when we have food, he takes more than he deserves. He steals baskets and pots, and even pilfered a spearhead from a warrior on the hunt.
Exasperated, Mukumu mops his brow with the back of his hand.
I say there is no person in Tikawara who he has not wronged in some way. Maybe no person in the Deadfire.
What say you, Tamao?
I say I deserve what others have in plenty. Shade, a full belly, a moment to kneel on cool sands.
The entire tribe doesn't have a full belly.
We stopped being a tribe when Ruanu dragged us into the path of the outsiders. Now we can only save ourselves.
You shame us, Tamao. To return in your next life as a coconut crab would be too kind.
Oh, they've got coconut crabs here. That's terrifying. Mukumu stamps his foot, kicking up a flurry of dust. What was this Koiki ceremony?
We would have eaten the last of the Koiki as a tribe. This way we give our thanks to Cahopa, the eel of life.
His eyes go downcast.
Now this cannot happen. Our harvest fails because this one puts his empty stomach higher than the gods.
Isn't it traditional to eat the whole fruit, seeds and all?
Akira, just so.
He nods resolutely.
To consume the fruit, seeds, and all. This is how we pray to Cahopa for bounty.
Would it make things better if I had some spare koiki fruit on hand?
I say, missing food is not the problem. Tamao betrays the tribe, dishonors the reparo, denies all of us Cahopa's mercy.
He winces as if ashamed to even discuss it.
And he will surely wash back into our nets as a mudfish in the next life if he does not tell us where the Kawiki fruit is.
He raises his voice again, just to be certain Tamao hears it. So you have your guilty man. What's to be done?
Pikeho's word is enough to give Tamao over to the waves.
Makumu faces the beach and touches his brow.
Better to drown as an innocent man than starve with you fools.
Tamao spits, but without the forward momentum, it just dribbles on his chin. Makumu turns his gaze away, doing his best to ignore him.
Justice does not fill our stomachs or our hearts. It brings the gods no closer to ending this famine. I owe the gods a favor. Your koiki is as good as found. Akira, you would do this? I say, our Ranga will dedicate the feast of the last Kawiki to your name.
He claps you on the shoulder, leaving Tamao all but forgotten.
Until the Kawiki is found, I will delight in prodding this stubborn eel for answers.
He touches the point of his dagger, his lips spreading into a broad grin.
You are free to question him in your custom, I say. And Piheko, he tarries often by the beach.
Pikeho. And what do you know? What do you do here?
I am a warrior, like most Mataru. Can you not tell?
Can you not tell by these bulging muscles? You're a meathead, is what you are.
We have little reason to fight on Tikawara, except when the fishermen drink too much of the dwarf man's liquor.
Funny thing I learned about grog back on a sorcerer. It be birthing up quarrels as often as it be burying them.
But these are only small fights, not like it was on the island we left before, when the pirates, the slave...
His expression goes slack for several seconds. His widening eyes are stare blankly into some remembered horror. After a moment, he snaps back. Also, hold up a moment. I appear to need to sign in again. Oh man, I gotta figure out what fire hydrants are. Cars. God, these image matches are getting harder for humans to accomplish. Those bots are getting better, apparently. Okay.
But what did I say? Tikawara does not give in abundance, but there are worse things, Akira.
I'd like to know about the village.
Then you must speak with the Ranga. His lodge is at the top of the hill, past the trader. Nairi also knows much, but she is quiet ever since.
His eyes go wide as he catches himself. He clears his throat.
Nairi, she tends the shrine in the northwest part of town, near the statue of Ngati. Yes.
He's not subtle. The bound man casts a wary stare down at you, his arms tightening weakly behind their restraints.
Don't know how long a man could last out here like that.
You look at me for what? To watch me shrivel up in the sun?
It may be a trick of the light, but the man's emaciated scowl does appear shriveled. Tell me about yourself.
I have seen better days than this.
Oh god, Elsa, you're so fat. I've got a cat on my lap.
I labor for the tribe, but our Ranga saves the best of everything for his warriors. For what does a warrior need with a full stomach when we are not at war?
You know, that's a fair point, actually. You would think the priorities would change when you're, when you don't have something to fight. You stole the last of the tribe's Koiki?
If only my brain and belly had coordinated, I say I would have tried sooner.
Oh. No, Elsa's the fat cat. Although he could also be fat, maybe. But he says that he hasn't eaten them, which means they're still around somewhere.
Keho hates me because I insult his puny catches of fish. All he does is weigh down his boat. For this, he accuses me.
What's your side of the story?
Keho says I was skulking by the drying hut north of the Ranga's home. Ikira, this is so. I would have taken the Kohiki, but it was already gone.
Oh, so we might have the wrong person. Can you think of anyone else who might have taken it?
It is said the Ruparu share one empty stomach. Blame any of them, I say.
He grimaces down at his lean frame.
The tribe drives me out like jerky because I am hated, not because I am a Kowiki thief. Then maybe you ask someone with both feet on the ground.
Fair.
I need to conserve my strength.
I love that he's so pissed off that he's just so, like, he's a big ball of spite. My god. Yeah, screw you. Okay, where's this Paquejo? An abandoned cat? Aw, we'll take you in, kitty. Okay. Oh, there's
Quit
Paquejo.
your chirping. I have full tides.
What the hell are those? The fisherman lowers his head in greeting and he wipes his hands on his sarong, which is mottled with fish guts. He doesn't meet your gaze. What is, why are those loggermouths caged?
Himwihi and the other Mataru found them when they explored the island.
He looks at the creatures with mingled trepidation and disgust. They bare their teeth in response, flies buzzing around their clouded, gunky eyes and the dull patches on their scales.
Said maybe we train them to build. And if the soil and sea are misers here, then we eat them.
He shrugs, scratching at his incurved belly. Adair's hand begins to drift slowly towards his weapon. Oh, no, Adair, no, no. I know that you don't like animals being imprisoned and all that, but now is not the time. He blinks at your companion impassively, glancing towards the sea with an air of mild impatience. What can you tell about Tikawara? Tell me about Tikawara.
The high tide is stingy with fish, and the low tide even more so.
He points down the beach to a lonely rack strung with a few scrawny fish.
Well, the fish do not swim to you, brother? Strange.
Akira, for Ngati does not bless us all equally.
Paquejo swallows and glances towards the sea.
What more you need?
Mukumu says you caught Tamao stealing Koiki.
Akira.
He pauses and stares at you with wide eyes.
Tamau was creeping around the drying hut where we stored Kowiki for the ceremony, north of our Ranga's home.
He tips his head to gesture away, holding your eye contact all the while.
I grabbed Tamau by the wrist and dragged him to Makumu. We found all of the Kowiki were gone. The snake brought this on himself, I say. Now Makumu will deliver him to Tangaloa's maw, where he belongs.
Sounds like the type of story a Koiki thief would tell.
Tamau is the thief. Ikira, day and night I catch fish for the tribe.
Bakeho shakes his head, chest heaving at the smell as the smell of a perspiration thickens. Tamau didn't have any Koiki, did he? He opens his mouth to retort, but closes it and hangs his head.
It is said the gods piss on the souls of liars before sending them back to Aora as krill. Tamau stole no Koiki. Kahopa must have made Tamau from sand lice, because he gives nothing to the tribe, only takes.
And did you steal the Koiki?
No! Ikira, I did not do this. I provide for the tribe. Not like that louse Tamau.
I can see why you'd want Tamau out of the way.
Ikira, I say Tamau is guilty even if he has no Koiki juice on his hands. He hates the tribe. Pity and charity fill his belly and shell pouch, and he has not strained a muscle to serve anyone but himself.
Bakeho balls his hands at his side.
Knowing this does not bring the Koiki back to the drying hut, but it will help to heal the tribe.
Would Makumu accept your retraction without Koiki to prove it?
No. He wants the Koiki and the guilty. So do we all, I say. I cannot say if the true thief covered their tracks, since Makumu never looked for clues.
Of course he didn't. Freaking meathead. Bakeho shrugs and calmly brushes sand off his foot.
But the drying hut? Ikira, in his sandals, this is where I would look.
Okay. Can we go down here? It doesn't look like it. No. Oh, maybe we can. Ah, never mind. Trading post, dock. Check the trading post, I guess?
Oh, filthy lizards. Even here I always smell them.
The woman stands outside the half-finished building, arms crossed as if in protest of any shelter it might offer. She looks like she's scowling, but the scars on her face make it hard to tell.
An outsider in Tiquara? Who are you, stranger?
Her hand strays towards a hide belt cinched tightly about her waist. I'm anxious that you're looking combative already.
Akira, forgive me. Outsiders, famine, and pests make savages of us all.
She sighs and shows her palms before crossing her arms.
I tell Ranga Ruanu that the stench of Tiquara will drive away friend and outsider alike. Do you smell it?
Smells like a beachside village to me.
I speak of the Lagufath. There is no food on this barren island that those monsters do not steal.
Huh. Her scars are like seams, tugging her face into a scowl.
Yeah, but how could you say no to those little faces?
Of course you say that, Adair.
Always they circle our village looking for weaknesses.
She shakes her fingers, making an argument she seems to have made many times before.
I pushed the cage with the young ones farther toward the beach, but I smell them even here.
And do you plan on doing something? Oh, hold up. It's no wonder they come here when the beach smells like a Lagafoth hatchery.
Better to keep them under our thumb than sharpening blow darts, I say. A week ago, I tracked the fish to Hoina Ravine, so I challenged the Mataru to a hunting competition. My mother's belt for the brood mother's head.
Grinning, she thumbs the hide belt slung around her waist.
It is not every day that newcomers land on our beaches. What say you show me how outsiders deal with Lagufath?
You seem strong enough to handle a few Lagafoth.
Akira, you are perceptive. for being outside the tribe.
She nods, pursing her lips.
The Ranga orders us to defend his trading post. Otherwise, I would take up my spear. This is sorry work from a Taru, I say.
She folds her arms tighter, looking at the cobbled-together building as though she'd like to kick it down. A little competition sounds fun.
Understand, they are animals. You must rely on blades, I say, not words. Hunting tales of our ancestors say the brood will scatter when their fish Ranga is killed. No need to chase the children if you cut the head from the mother.
She makes a sweeping motion across her neck. Yeah, I'd like a place to rest.
See?
Ooh. That sounds delicious. All the intellect. More importantly, we're getting rid of some debuffs that have piled up. These Raparu are everywhere. Vector?
No sign of my shipmates on the horizon.
He sighs and billows the front of his shirt. The wet fabric slaps against his chest with a plopping sound. Okay, he's over here now. Okay, we've got a couple of quests here. Drying hut north of the Ranga's home. Can we go there now? No. I do not know where this drying hut is. Unless it's not something that you can actually go in and is something else. Is this the hut? I might have a shorter stream today, because I'm feeling tired. It's really warm. How are you guys holding up? Because it's just like, I don't know, how hot actually is it? What's the temperature? Oh my god, 88. With a 43-degree humidity. Ugh. God, that's awful. Oh my god. I cannot sign into the stupid restream chat because... Oh, no problem, Grandmaster. Thank you for stopping in. I know that this isn't necessarily what you signed up for, but I appreciate you stopping by all the same. I just hope that I can find ways to make this interesting. I'm trying to do all of the side quests, but I think there's more that I can do. That's interesting. They've actually got a real glowing lure. The fuck? Yep. I definitely recommend the first one. Burial site. There's a lot of stuff here, but I don't think any of it is what I'm looking for. The scent comes upon you gradually as you travel. It smells of the kitchen of Cad Nua, of honey, cinnamon, and fresh bread, of meals shared with those now absent. Off the path, you catch a glimmer of movement. Something large and bulbous stirs beyond the trees. We are really bad at sneaking. Near the center of a nearby clearing stands a Dillimgan, tending to a large spore. The Dillimgan seems formed of living tropics, with vibrant flowers cresting her head. Her shape suggests that of an elf, replete with the pointy ears. The Dillimgan looks up as you enter the clearing, eyes widening slightly as she takes you in. She senses, if wooden muscle can be said to do so. She tenses, sorry. Shifting her hands forward, fingers bending into wicked claws. Like the cub that knows no better, you tread where others fear. Her voice tumbles like a falling tree limb. Tell us why. The bulbous fungus towers taller than an amawa, its fleshy fronds hanging over its bulging stalk. A miasma of yellow dust hangs around it, gently stirring in the light breeze. A dank spore. You can barely make out the recumbent form of some unfortunate kit tangled in its roots. The essence the spore sucks from its victim, glimmering along its length. As if it notices you, it will likely attack, and inhaling the spores clouding around it would confuse your senses. Let's try to seduce her, because I find it hilarious to try and that. I mean, she's a tree, right? What's a fine lady like yourself doing in a dark wood like this? A quiet droning like that of a beehive begins somewhere nearby. Do not trifle with us, kith. Are you in trouble? Do you need help? She says nothing for a moment, her head tilting to the side. Why do you ask this? Do you think we fear the spore? She smiles and brushes a hand along one of the spore's fronds. We have nothing to fear here. All right. I tried. I definitely tried. It didn't work. Oh wow, that's a lot of spores.
What's that?
Okay, so we got the Dillimgan.
Watch me, mother!
Really? That's not quite far enough. Okay. Shark time. Fine. How far can I cast this? Oh wow, we're completely useless now. In that case,
Worth and rough.
Right. See me too, man.
run.
What can I do you for?
Because he's gonna get hit pretty badly.
What do you need?
We'll be the privy.
That's right.
Jesus! Thankfully, I took a lot of will saves.
At your service.
Will save improvements because I was like, I don't like being confused.
Yeah.
Let's just make it really difficult for things to confuse me. Because I remember in the first game that most of my deaths were due to being confused at some point or another. Oh my god. He would have been better as a rogue.
What do you need?
Stay behind me.
Nope.
We're in that last drink.
Also hiding under a box.
Ahoy.
Okay, the Dillingen's almost dead.
I be kind of like frog in a figurehead. Futile.
You need something?
Yeah. Fear not the reaping.
Huh? Not happening.
Only the Reaper.
Let's go.
The Reaping's actually pretty tame compared to the Reaper herself. Seriously, Joti's pretty terrifying now.
Let's reap this whirlwind.
You have my attention.
Nom?
Beyond seek.
Nom.
Something I can do?
That's right.
Huh? Got it.
Okay. That's the Earthblight out of the way.
Not to alarm you, but
Ahoy.
I'm slowly dying of poison.
Jesus, dude. He doesn't really have any disengages, unfortunately. Does this work on them?
See me too, man.
Yeah.
What say?
Oh, it's dead.
I will swallow you whole.
Another tack, Cap.
Huh? Sure.
Alright, so I'm kind of tempted to just...
Yeah.
Oh god, it's 3:57. I've been streaming for like, what, 3.5 hours now?
Yours to command, Captain.
I am definitely tempted to just go ahead and end it after this fight, because I am really tired due to the excessive heat.
Hey.
I was intending to go a lot later, but it's just not fun streaming in heat.
Ahoy.
You're sweating all over and just feel like you need to take a shower every 3 minutes. A cold one at that. Wait, was the Dylan been using books? Huh. Who would have thought?
On it.
Hey, Elsa. Alright. I think I'm just going to go ahead and save. And we'll end a little bit early. Thank you, everyone. But I'm going to just wrap it up here. Couple of things to note. One, the games that I stream are not random. They are chosen by viewers. We have actually selected our game for the weekend already. That is Muramasa. Muramasa the Demon Blade, which has been on the list for a very long time, and I'm glad to finally be getting around to playing it. Anyway, we'll be starting that hopefully tomorrow. Depends on when the new hardware gets in. And depends on if the new hardware actually works. Anyway, yeah. If you want to figure out how you can change what games I stream, you can do !vote or the exclamation commands for more in-depth stuff. Other than that, I am not supported by Twitch. If you wish to support me, you can do so on Patreon. Patreon is the only way that I accept support these days. There you go. And as you can see on screen, we have a lot of followers. I'm hoping that I can eventually get to $100 a day, or $100 a month, so that I can have a free game every month to stream. Anyway, thank you to my Patreon supporters, Tenace Games, Zebgrin, Slime Hunter, Walks with Gorillas, my dad, Kremlin Kev, Desalona, Miss Mango Plays, and BFF, Alpha Mango, and Kawok for continuing to support the stream. I am going to see you guys all later, and thank you for watching. Apologies for the short stream, but I am just exhausted right now.